Hi guys, and welcome back to World of Tanks. And I wasn't going to do this, but do you know what? I think they just crossed a line, to be honest, with these tank bundles. And yeah, like I say, I wasn't going to do this, but this is taking the piss a bit now from Wargaming. It was bad enough with the French, the German, the nation bundles. 2 tanks never before seen on PS4, bundled up with other tanks. I mean, obviously, you guys on Xbox, you've seen them before. You know, they are out there on Xbox. But now, on Monday, we are getting the Legion 59 pattern, which is basically the 59 pattern with a black paint job, and a captured KV1, which is essentially a KV1 with a new paint job. And the special thing about these is that they are dual nation crew trainers. The KV1 does get a fairly decent silver bonus on it, I think it is, and not a bad XP bonus. The 59 pattern, I don't think it tells you on here, gets, I think it's a 35% XP bonus and a 20% crew XP bonus. No silver bonuses. Now, I know from watching Jingle's channel that the 59 pattern is a pile of hot garbage, as far as I'm concerned, and as far as he's concerned, sorry, should I say, and a lot of other people, and is essentially a Type 59 hull with an M59 pattern, or an M48 pattern turret put on top, and a bloody awful 90mm gun with 173mm of penetration. It has a decent rate of fire at 8 rounds a minute. However, it is expected to see up to tier 10. That's right, not preferential, it's a tier 8, and we'll see up to tier 10 with 173mm of penetration and no silver bonus. So do not expect to actually make any money in this thing if you get into a tier 9 or 10 match. Let me put that into perspective. One of the better features about the Type 59, I mean, it's a good tank, the hull is a decent hull, but one of its better features is its bouncy turret. That's gone. You've got this turret now with lower armour, front, sides and rear, and a dirty great tumour of a weak machine gun turret on top. It's not like the T110E5, T110E3 machine gun turrets, it is weak. The Type 59 has got 181mm of pen with 250 damage, 7.3 rounds a minute. This is 173 pen, 8 rounds a minute, 240 damage. This seeds tier 10, the Type 59 does not. And like I say, you are going to have to fire a lot of premium in tier 10 matches, probably in tier 9 as well, because it's got a slower top speed than the Type 59. So like I say, do not expect to make money. Now, its listed price is 9,800 gold. The KV1's listed price is 2,100 gold. The KV1 is essentially a standard KV1 with the 57mm gun and 100 more horsepower on the engine. But other than that, they're just dual crew trainers. Now, the bundles. Right, let's have a look. Oh, and to buy them separately, you will have to wait a week as well, obviously. So on the 5th, which is Monday, you get the Mega Bundle with a whopping price tag of 19,250 gold. If you bought these tanks separately at their base prices, well, like I say, you're looking at basically 11,900 gold. So you're paying, it's essentially 12,000 gold. You're paying 7,250 or 7,350 more. If you want to be technical. You do get 30 days of premium, which will set you back 2,500, but then you are still paying 5,000 gold for some equipment and for some boost ops. Now, the boost ops admittedly do come in handy, but I think that their pricing policy at the minute is you've got to really add it up. Like I said in the Type 64 video, if you're not bothered about the 3 days of premium time, save yourself some gold and just buy it from the tech tree for 3,500. If you need a garage slot, get one. It'll still cost you less than buying the loaded package that they had in there. And you can put anything else you had with it. You put it on with silver. Earn it in the tank if you need to. It won't be long. Now, when they come on their own, 12,850. Remember, 9,800. The 15% savings is basically because you're getting the boost ops and you're getting the 3 pieces of equipment and the garage slot. That's how they work out the savings. It's as though you've basically paid gold to transfer, gold into silver to buy these pieces of equipment, and that seems to be how they price them up. The KV1 Ultimate, and remember, you've got to wait a week to actually buy them separately, 6,600 gold for a 2,100 gold tank. 7 days premium, 10 times 3 boost ops, 3 pieces of equipment, and a garage slot. And again, ridiculous amount of money. Going further down, you want to wait and get them a bit cheaper. Well, from the 19th, you can still buy it, but it's still going to cost you 11,100 for the 59 pattern. 10 boost ops, only times 2 this time. 2 pieces of equipment in the garage slot. They are adding it on. And the loaded KV1 is still 3,625 gold with 3 times 3 boost ops, 3 days of premium garage slot, 1 piece of equipment. And if you would like them on their own, the base bundles apparently, well, you're just not going to save anything. They are the base costs, more or less, although I don't quite know what's happened with that one. But 10,200, well, that is essentially... Is that 100 gold more? 9,800 plus your 300 is 10,100. So you're paying 100 gold more. There you go. 9,800 list price. You are paying 100 gold more for what? For the ASOP, basically. That's what you're paying for. Same with the captured KV1. 2,100 list price. So with the garage slot, it would be 2,400. 240 gold for an ASOP and a crew. Now, I don't mean to be funny, but really, and look, I'll just show you, look. Let me go into the pattern in the Tankopedia. Here we are, look. Right. So, hull armour, 180, 45. Same as the Type 59. The turret, though, 178, 76, 51. I think the Type 59 from memory is something like 200, 130, 65, something like that. The gun, like I say, is a 90mm with 173mm of pen, 240 average damage, but a decent rate of fire, 8 rounds a minute. But the rate of fire and the rate of fire means absolutely nothing if you can't penetrate the damn target. And there you go, look, silver bonus, none. And 35% XP, 20% crew XP. And if I can find the price on it, I'm just looking, there we are, 9,800 gold. Oh, it does get 1,400 hit points, which is 100 more than the Type 59, but that's really neither here nor there. Now, let's have a look at the captured KV1. So, 2,100 gold. Remember that? 2,650 for the base bundle. And basically, you're paying 250 gold for a crew and an ASOP, which is savage. Standard KV1 armour, I would imagine, from the fully upgraded. It does get 600 horsepower instead of the regular 500 on the KV1. But it is armed with the 57mm gun, which I don't know if that's supposed to be historically accurate. I'm not entirely sure. I do like this game. I do kind of like my tanks, but I'm not, a massive historian, so I'll leave you guys to let me know on that one. I've actually learned quite a bit from you subs letting me know about different things, so I do appreciate that. But it does get, for a tier 5, it gets a damn good silver bonus at 64, and it gets, pretty... Mind you, for a tier 5, no, that's pretty average, 45% XP bonus, but the silver bonus is very good for a tier 5. But that's it. It's a white KV1 with the German Army cross on it, obviously from World War II, and 100 extra horsepower, and that's it. Now, like I say, I wasn't going to do this, but that is a little bit of a rant over. The 59 pattern, the paintwork looks nice. The KV1 looks lovely. You know, the paint job is lovely on the KV1. The pattern, the paint job's alright. But like I say, I know from the PC version, the 59 pattern, like I say, is just a hot pile of garbage, supposedly. And the fact that it sees up to tier 10 is absolutely ridiculous and should really only see up to tier 9. And if it did, I don't think I'd be quite as pissed off as I am with that one. They are giving us a free tank over Christmas. Let's have a look. Here we go. So we are getting some little bits and bobs. Like I say, there's those two there. The Krampus hunt, well, that's on. Although, like I say, I haven't seen many desert maps. I've seen one today so far. There's another lot of rank battles coming on. December the 9th, which is quite good. So that's tier 5 again. Being on the rank battles beta. There's a War Child charity bundle, which is alright actually. 800 gold and it's for charity. I'm not going to mind getting that one. There's, you know, some alright stuff and it's not a lot of stuff. A couple of times 6 crew boosts. A couple of times 5 XP boosts. 5 small first aid kits. 2 large first aid kits. 800 gold. That'll cost you... Well, it cost you, you know, over in the UK, it'd be £4. It's the cheapest gold bundle you can buy, and it's for charity. You know, I'm happy with that. And it says there that the proceeds are going to War Child and their efforts. So that's something just to keep an eye out for. That's coming on December the 12th. You know, they do charity work, Wargaming, and, you know, I've got to commend them for that. It's just their pricing policy on some of these bundles is... Yeah, I'm not going to commend them for that. We are getting this free little tank, Blitzen, I believe it's called, December the 15th to January the 2nd. All you've got to do is log in and you will get it, and it is the MTLS and a garage slot. Now, I don't know, apparently it even lights up in random battles and in the garage for December, so I'm assuming its nose or its gun will sort of light up in some way. I'm not entirely sure, or maybe it's just got lights in the little Christmassy bits on here. But yeah, just log in and get that, and it's the MTLS. I don't know if that's been on PlayStation 4 before. I want to say it hasn't, but we are getting that little free tank. But I'm telling you now, that does not make up for this pricing policy. There is also another lights bundle going on the 19th. No price for it, but I can imagine it being very expensive. There's a 25% discount. 5 garage slots. Well, 10 with a 50% discount is 1,500. So, this has got a 25% discount. This is going to be an expensive bundle. 5 garage slots. 25 times 3 boost ops and 25 times 6 crew XP ops. Now, they're quite expensive. Boost ops, they're not cheap to buy in the store, so I can imagine this pack being quite an expensive one. However, apparently, if I'm reading this right, it does say up here, handful of combat cars. So, it looks like when you buy this pack, you get 5. Although, you know, it's a nice thought, but 5 of the same tank, but with different camouflage. Now again, nice thought, giving away 5 free tanks with the package, but please, could we have had 5 different tanks? And I've been wanting a combat car for ages. I've now got one on the Xbox because of the new player pack, but 5 of them with the same tank, just with different camouflage. Python and Fox and Viper, I think, are exactly the same, just different colours. I think one's black and green, one's black and red. Not sure about the Viper, Kraken and Hornet, but you get, like I say, 5 combat cars. And then December the 23rd to January 2nd, there's basically loot drops. For every victory you earn, you'll get a random loot drop. Those random loot drops are not bad actually. I've had them for the Boilermaker, for the Centennial. They're okay. Krampus's Last Stand is another PvE mode for the campaign, and I'll try... Well, I'll have a look at it, and I'll try and do a sort of tips video, a bit like I did for the Monster PvE mode. And toy tanks are back, or for the first time possibly on PlayStation 4. I know you've had it before again on Xbox. So the toy tank mode is back 23rd to the 25th. And December the 1st, January the 2nd, we have limited time emblems. So there you go. That's everything that's coming out. Bit of a news update. I did this mainly as a bit of a rant about the 59 Patton and the KV1. Just the pricing of them is ridiculous. I know that I like to buy the premiums to review for you guys. Honestly, I don't know. This may be a point where I have to just draw a line in the sand. I really don't know. The KV1, I mean, don't get me wrong, I liked the KV1. I did like it. I thought it was quite a decent tank. The 59 Patton, it needs premium matchmaking. It needs preferential matchmaking to tier 9, not tier 10. Not with that low penetration and no silver bonus. That, it really shouldn't see tier 10. I mean, the T-34-3, that's got 175 pen, 390 damage. That only sees tier 9 as well. So I don't know. I would like to get these tanks for you to review, but I really don't know. It hurts me to have to pay so much for that KV1, I think it is, and the Patton. I don't know. Well, if I don't buy them, we'll have to see on Monday. We'll see. I feel like for me it's going to be a tank that I'll buy it, I'll review it for you guys, and then it'll just be sat in my garage and I will possibly never even play it. Whether they buff it or do something about it between now and then, I really don't know. Hopefully everybody will be moaning about the Patton on the forums, and it might get something done. But come Monday, I really don't know. If I don't buy them, you see, I was just going to bite the bullet and fork out for this one separately. The boost stops, they come in handy for me because of obviously doing reviews and that sort of stuff. Some of my normal grinds are sort of falling by the wayside quite a bit, so they come in useful for me to sort of catch up with my normal grinds. But I don't know, we'll have to wait and see on Monday. If I have no intention of buying them, I will try and do a review. I can look at them in the garage and I will try and do something that way. It just obviously won't include gameplay. But yeah, like I say, we'll have to see what Monday brings. But there you go, rant over. I've spoken out about this pricing policy now because I've kept my views fairly quiet so far. I did mention it in yesterday's video, but it's just getting to the point now where it is taking the piss. So sorry for the long video with the long rant, but we did get a bit of a news update in there, and hopefully I'll be back later on with, well, I don't know what I'm going to do today actually. We'll have to wait and see, but I think it might be that random destruction, so I can have another little break. So I don't know. Although I have had people asking for the Scorpion review, I've got the footage for that, so that wouldn't take me long to do, so it might be that one. But there you go, as always. Well, just let me know what you think about these bundles. I've put it on my Facebook page as well, so you can either comment on there or comment on here on YouTube, but, let me know your opinions. And, just before I do go, I know this is already a long video, and I'll probably mention it in the video later on as well, but it's going to happen sooner or later. It hasn't happened yet, but with my channel growing, which is fantastic, by the way, you guys, a big thank you to all my subs. At some point, I am going to get trolls, and my policy, because I do have a bit of a smart mouth and I have to control myself sometimes, is do not feed the trolls. Just don't. Just leave them. If somebody's obviously being a dickhead and just being a troll, just ignore them. They will soon get bored and move along to another little bridge to hide under. As for anything else, everybody's entitled to their opinions. I value honest opinions and feedback. That's fine. Some people, people like different types of tanks. They really do. I'm not keen on the traditional tank destroyers. A lot of people love them. So, anything, honest honest opinions, honest constructive criticism, all that sort of stuff, I'm quite happy for it. But my policy on trolls is just do not feed the trolls. Just ignore them. Let them crawl back to their bridge and be sad on their own. And yeah, that's it now. So anyway, take care out there, and I will catch you next time. See you later.